Hello, everyone. It's Phil Jones from Projective Reviews, and joining me is Jaime from Elite Screens. So, Jaime, how are you?
I'm great, Phil. How about yourself? Thank you for asking.
Now we're starting our spring and summer projection showcase. And if we're going to talk about projectors, we have to talk about screens because a screen has a massive impact on your viewing experience. And Jaime's here to talk about several solutions for a wide range of applications that they are introducing this spring and summer. Jaime, can you talk a little bit about Elite Screens and the company and what type of products you produce?
Yes, Phil, thank you. Yes, we're Elite Screens. We cater to the .com, the retail channels, and we obviously make a great variety of projection screens from indoor, fixed frame, electric to even outdoor. We have a great category of outdoor products now, which is one of the most extensive library of product that you will find in the market. And yeah, as you said, in the springtime, as we approach the summer, the next season, we are getting a lot of calls already about certain outdoor products, and we look forward to filling those needs to our client base.
Yes, and many of myself and several of our reviewers actually have Elite screens. In my lab, I actually use one of their matte white screens as my reference screens, and one of my reviewers is actually utilizing one of their CLR screens for their ultra short throw reviews. So today we're going to be talking about the new Aeon Starbright CLR16. Now, normally when we talk about CLR, we think of ultra short throw, but this is actually a little different. This one's actually designed for standard throw projectors, correct?
Exactly, Phil. And yes, the ceiling light rejecting verbiage came because we focus on primarily adding that filter at the top of the material to absorb light from overhead sources. So it's not just ambient light from all directions, which it can do, but it focuses mainly on absorbing light from above. And in most conferences rooms and more living rooms, we all have recessed lighting or some sort of lighting, which needs to be mitigated and absorbed in this case. And yes, the Aeon Starbright CLR16 is that. It's a 1.6 high gain ambient light, ceiling ambient light rejecting screen that is designed for standard throw projectors.
So that's really good. The high gain really also helps you fight your way through ambient light. 'Cause let's be honest, if it's going to be in a room with ambient light, the first thing you got to worry about is trying to reject all of the light coming from every place else in the room. Plus, that extra brightness just makes colors and everything else pop. Even when you have the lights on, because your eyes are less sensitive to darks and brights because the room is brighter and your irises have basically reduced. So having more brightness is always a good thing. So let's talk a little bit about the tech here because like I said, normally when you have a CLR screen, it uses some sort of lenticular or something to keep it from, the light from hitting the screen. And they know because you have an ultra short throw, it's coming from a steep angle. When you have a standard throw projector, the range is a little higher. You have more of a range of where you could place it, right? So can you talk a little bit about this technology?
Exactly. So it's very similar in the structure of the sawtooth, except it's not angled in that same like sawtooth direction to reflect light from the bottom. It's more of a triangle shaped, which obviously from the top it'll absorb from the top and it accepts light from this way now, so that it can go to the viewer's eyes. So it doesn't have that it's not turned this way to accept the typical ultra short throw light. It's angled differently so that it can accept light from standard throw projectors.
Yeah. But it probably has kind of a range of angle of approach, I guess you would say, that would best work for it. And I'm sure that type of stuff is actually in the manual.
Yes, it is. We do have a illustration in the on the website that'll show exactly how that works.
Okay. Now, what about the viewing angle? How far off axis can you actually get with this unit?
Well, this unit, because it is high gain and it's you have to give and take. It'll give you about a 70-degree viewing angle, which is
Which is fine for
35
most.
left to right.
Yeah, which is fine if you're sitting. So if you're looking at like a 100-inch, 120-inch screen, and you're sitting on a couch in the living room, that is more than enough viewing angle for this particular unit. Great applications for this, like I said, would be something like a media room, a game room, a sports bar, someplace where there's going to be more lighting in that room, and you still want to project a large image without having to worry about the lights being off. So this is a really cool piece. Now, what sizes is this actually available in, Jaime?
At this moment, we have 123-inch, and we're working on obviously making them bigger, but that's the first size that we introduced. Go big right away.
Okay, so 123-inch, 16 by 9, correct?
Is that correct?
Okay, so great piece. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Now, moving on from that, the next thing that's really popular right now is, as we get into spring and summer, is portable applications, backyard theaters, trade shows, the ability to take it to different locations and quickly set it up. And one of my favorites when it comes to setup is a uprising type of screen. It's a lot simpler, a lot quicker to set this type of screen up. Now, often these are motorized, which makes them a little heavy and a little expensive. So this is a new one, Jaime. Can you talk a little bit about this screen?
Yes, Phil. The ezCinema, which is one of our very popular portable products, which is available in matte white materials. And a lot of customers have been asking, yes, like you had mentioned, well, I need something that's not going to wash out. And we've introduced the ezCinema Tab-Tension CineGrey 4D. And the 4D material is an ambient light rejecting material, which is with angular reflective technology for standard throw, long throw projectors. And so this is a great product, and it's available. It's shipping in a size of 113-inch and 121-inch in a 16 by 9 aspect ratio.
Yeah, so I can see a lot of applications. Like you have listed here living rooms, rec rooms, training facilities, places where you need to quickly be able to set up a screen and break it down, and you still are gonna have some ambient light. I will tell you, I used to have a TV over my fireplace, right? And my wife hated it, and she said, "Get rid of it. Get rid of that TV above the fireplace." Because you're sitting there watching a movie like this and no one was using it. So we got rid of it. But now we have Super Bowl parties, or we'll have sporting parties, and there's no TV now in our main living room / dining room / kitchen area. So what I've been doing is I'll bring a small, bright, more transportable projector into that space, and I will use a screen. This is a great application because you toss a 3,000 lumen or 4,000 lumens transportable projector at this screen, and that room has a whole bunch of windows. You can sit there and watch the football game in that space, and when it's done, I drop the screen and I pack it away along with the projector. Happy wife, happy life, right? And I still get the big screen. So this one here has got my interest. So two sizes, right? You said it's a 113 and a 121.
That is correct, and it comes with a carrying case as well. And the feet at the bottom allow you to level it in case your floor is not too level perfectly. There's two cups at the bottom that you can just swivel and make it level.
The ambient light rejection makes a big difference if you're trying to utilize it in especially a living room or training space or space where there's a lot of ambient light, maybe on a patio or something like that. Now, what's this? Talk a little bit about this built-in tightening system, because that's one of the things you want to do is keep the screen taut. So explain that to me.
Exactly. So a lot of the time these units are not used, and for a while they stay in the rolling system without tension, obviously. So when you pull them out, sometimes you'll get some minor waves on them. And what we did is that we informed our engineers that, hey, we need to combat this and make this as flat as possible. So they put a built-in tensioner system on the left-hand side of the roller that allows you to tension it so that the material can lay flat, and that prevents the material from waving.
So there's also another portable that you guys are working on, or you guys introduced, and that's more of a tripod-based one. Can you talk a little bit about this one, and who is the customer for this unit?
Yes, so the next one is a Tripod Tab-Tension CineGrey 5D, and the CineGrey 5D is a long and tried product material that we've had in our library for quite some time yet. And we've had it in our electrics and our fixed frames, and they're just great. It's a great material. It's a 1.5 gain material that with angular reflective technology for standard throw projectors as well, that eliminates up to 75% of ambient light. And a lot of customers still want a portable version with not too expensive, within a budget that's not too expensive. So we've developed the tripod version of it, which is a tried and true product as well that we've been making for years with matte white material. And this is, exactly for those customers that need an ambient light rejecting solution for conference rooms, boardrooms, training facilities, that want to get that product up and running as quickly as possible.
The nice thing about the tripod in a professional application is it gets it up off the ground. When you're sitting in a room with the other units, say you're using it in your theater and you're sitting in the couch, there's not a lot of things that are going to block the screen. But a lot of times if you go to a conference room and you have multiple rows of seating, you don't want the image to be blocked by the rows in front. So having the tripod there allows you to elevate the screen a little higher, so you're more likely to be able to see it even if you're sitting 3 rows back without other people's heads blocking the screen. So there's still an application for a pull-up and a tripod combined together to get it up so it's easier to see from the back of the room. So Jaime, what size is this screen available in?
This screen is available in 103-inch and 124-inch diagonal and a 16:9 aspect ratio, Phil.
Okay, so great screen, tab tension, totally portable, quick to set up. Great application for those professional portable needs. All right. So moving on, we also want to talk a little bit about maybe someone who's looking for a theater application. So right now we're actually building a theater, and I needed a acoustically transparent screen. But this one actually goes beyond just being acoustically transparent, because the one that I'm putting in uses a matte white material. But this one is acoustically transparent ALR. So can you talk about that material?
Yes, Phil, thank you. The CineGrey 4D AT is, like you mentioned, it's ambient light rejecting sound transparent from projection material, and it is for standard throw projectors. And we introduced this last year in our fixed frame models, and those are very popular and they're selling very well. But a lot of customers were asking for an electric drop-down version, and so we are finally here with introducing the electric version of that, and it is available in 110 and 125-inch diagonal sizes and a 16:9 aspect ratio as well.
Jaime was nice enough to loan me a couple of these acoustically transparent screens to do demonstrations at trade shows. This material does an amazing job delivering a great looking image while still allowing us to show off the sonic benefits of the audio equipment. So this is actually really cool. And it's nice that you have it available in matte white and ALR, and you have it in fixed and now motorized. So tons and tons of solutions depending on your needs and your application. So this material here, is this a new material, this designer cut series?
No, this is actually a pre-cut swatch materials that we sell, and I wanted to kind of just touch up on this because maybe a lot of customers don't know if they have a DIY project. Well, we sell the material swatches by themselves so that they can do their own custom framework or whatever job they have in mind. And so they're pre-cut swatches of various materials, and since we were talking about the CineGrey 4D AT, I kind of wanted to make sure that they also knew, the customers, the viewers, that we also sell this material on its own, and it allows you to go up to a 139-inch diagonal in a 16:9 aspect ratio screen size. So if you wanted to build a 135-inch diagonal 16:9 fixed frame screen, we could sell you this material from the designer cut series and go about your own framework.
Okay, so you can have custom sizes and custom mounting solutions based on your application.
Exactly. And so if you wanted to if you were more interested in more materials, you can visit that link there where we have a variety of other materials, matte white and ALR, and even golf sizes, golf screens as well.
So these are all cool. So we've talked about cool solutions for, taking it for portable home theater, portable business applications, trade shows, cool materials and things like that. Another big thing that has really taken off over the last few years is sports simulation. Mainly, a lot of times people think golf sim, but this goes beyond that. There's sports sim now for, you can throw footballs, kick soccer balls, all these types of things into it, becoming a new, really, really cool application. And one of the units that you guys are now selling is the Golf Sim Portable. So can you talk a little bit about the Golf Sim Portable?
Yeah, this is a very exciting product that we've introduced. Yes, it's a Golf Sim Portable. It's basically an impact white material that attaches to a frame system, a folding frame system for ease of portability and setup. And it all comes compact in a small bag. And you can get it up and going in about 30 minutes. And so, yes, it comes with an impact white material. It has a nice wide viewing angle, and it resists golf impact and withstands balls up to 150 miles per hour. And it includes everything that you would need from the top, left, and the right enclosures, and even some triangular net extensions to further protect the ball bounce back. So this is a great portable impact golf screen solution for those that like to travel with it, and it's just a great portable product to have.
Yeah, we're actually doing a review of this golf sim. The first thing is I got the new one, but now I had to ask somebody for a projector and also the little camera sensor. So we're actually working on that solution as well. The nice thing about it is you want to set this up in your garage or in your rec room, you could do that, and then if you need to break it back down, you can. So, and the fact is, what I've always liked about Elite Screens is how well thought out their framing systems are. They go together really fast, they come apart really quickly, and they stay taut, and they're incredibly well built for the price. So I've always been impressed with their types of solutions, and this is just another great application for it. And of course, you know what? If you want to play a movie on it, the material offers very good picture quality. So golf during the day, watch the Masters in the evening or in the afternoon. And this piece is shipping now. And if you want to learn more about it, you can learn about it on their elitescreens.com, and stand by for our review of this model. So this is a portable application, but I've been going to a lot of places where they actually set these things up permanently, and that is where this unit comes in, correct?
That is correct, Phil. So we have the Golf Sim Bay, which is more of a permanent, more commercial grade type of golf simulator impact screen product, and this includes everything that you would need. So most other companies provide you with certain impact white screen materials and the bungees and maybe the foam pad, but you're left to go and buy your own framing from Home Depot or whatever for your own steel tubing. And we said no, we need to provide the customer everything out of the box so that they can enjoy their product as quickly as possible. Obviously we won't provide the golf simulator or the projector, but at least a good portion of the piece for the golf simulator is included here. And as you can see, it includes all the tubing, it includes all the fittings, the corner fittings and the nuts and bolts to put this together, and it includes also the panels, and it also includes a backing so that you can preserve that light from not leaking to the other side, and to just provide a better contrast for this screen material. This screen material is our best and our more durable rugged material, the Impact White 1145, which is a 3-layer material to withstand ball speeds up to 200, and it dampens the sound when the golf ball impacts the screen.
So more for a permanent application, a pro application, bigger sizes. You don't have to worry about breaking it down and taking it someplace else. So bigger size, higher speed ball impacts, and you don't have to run around and try to get truss systems and figure out how to jerry rig a framing solution. Everything you need to set up your bays come with it. So if you're really going to build yourself a golf sim room, this would be the application that you would probably use, because it's probably going to be set up permanently. So 2 solutions, one on the go and one for permanent setup. Great solutions. Now, a couple more things. You're always working on ways to improve the functionality of the screens that you sell, because part of it is the picture quality, but it's also how do you utilize it? How do you motorize it up and down? How do you adjust it? And things like that. So you're always looking at ways to improve the user experience beyond just the picture quality. And that's where these 2 accessories come in. So can you talk a little bit about the 2 different accessories?
Yes, Phil, thank you. So these are 2 new accessories that we designed around the new RC1 control system that we announced a little while back. And so we've improved upon the control system that we've had for years and made it more user-friendly, where it has software built in that allows you to program the drop and the rise of the screen to align with your projector to make the installation a lot more easier, such as changing the RF channel so that it prevents maybe your Wi-Fi or whatever from triggering the RF antenna and dropping your screen. So we've implemented some of those things in this new RC1 system, which is shipping now, in most of our electric, floor rising, and drop down screens. And so with that change, obviously we needed to update the accessories that we have available for them. And so the first one here is a ZPM-RT3. It's basically a control system that allows the Spectrum 2 series. The Spectrum 2 series only comes with a toggle switch for up, stop, and down. And so if you want to control it with a remote control system and the 12-volt trigger, you would need to purchase a separate kit. And so that's what the ZPM-RT3 is. And now the next one is a ZU12V1, which is our universal wireless trigger that is used with projectors that do not have a dedicated 12-volt trigger port. So if your projector does not have that feature, don't worry about it. With this accessory, you're still able to trigger it with the power, with the projector's power cycle, and the screen will drop or rise, and you don't need to worry about your projector having that dedicated projector trigger port. It uses radio frequency technology. It talks with the Elite drop down or floor rising screen to drop or rise the screen automatically when you turn on your projector and turn off the projector.
So Jaime, really, really cool seeing all of these great solutions that you are actually offering this year. If they want to learn more about Elite Screen's offerings of projections, screen solutions, where would they go?
They can visit www.elitescreens.com or email our sales team at sales@elitescreens.com. We'd be happy to align you with a dealer or work with you directly on finding a solution.
Okay, excellent. And to learn more, we're actually doing some reviews, as I mentioned, of a couple of Elite screens. So stand by for those articles as well as some upcoming videos on those particular screens. So Jaime, thank you for coming and talk to us today about the cool new things you're introducing in the spring and the summer.
A pleasure as always, Phil. Thank you.
Okay, and take care, everyone, and we will talk to you soon.